Ladies, gentlemen, boys and girls, hello! I'm Julian Northbrook from doingenglish.com. Perhaps, somewhat unsurprisingly, my flights home were cancelled, so I'm staying in New York a little bit longer. Since I've changed to a different Airbnb apartment, this one with a garden terrace. Look at that brick wall. But enough of that, because a good question came in. Julian, the question said, how do I get a British accent? Now, the first part of my answer to this is simply to say, do you actually want to or need to? And the answer is probably no. There's this misconception that in order to be seen by other people as a proficient speaker of English, you need to learn a native speaker accent. But it's really not true, because for English especially, variation, many different types of accents are really the rule, not the exception. Take, for example, here in New York. I have moved from Soho, which is the very south of Manhattan, up to not quite north, but about midway up Manhattan in Hell's Kitchen. And the accent here, compared to Soho, is already pretty different. People speak in different ways. English speakers are used to hearing many different accents. And because of that, when a non-native speaker, somebody learning English, whose English isn't perfect, they make grammar mistakes, they hesitate, they're not completely fluent, speaks with a native speaker accent, it sounds really quite bizarre. And far from making you sound like a proficient speaker of English, it actually kind of makes you sound fake in the language. Now, this isn't to say that the way that you sound isn't important, but what you should really focus on is not the accent, but your pronunciation. It is perfectly possible to speak with your native accent, but with amazingly clear, easy to understand pronunciation that makes you sound like an awesome speaker of English. But it's also perfectly possible to speak with a native speaker accent and get the pronunciation wrong and again kind of end up with this quite bizarre sounding English. Of course, if you really want to learn a British accent, don't let me stop you, and it's perfectly possible. I'm not going to talk about how to do that here in this video because it would get far too long. But if you head over to awesomeaccentbook.com, I'll put a link in the description, you can and should check out my Amazon best-selling book, Awesome Accent, which talks all about how to speak with a clear, easy to understand accent and of course pronunciation. And it does talk about how to learn really any accent or accents you want should you so desire. Hope that helps. I am now going to get my pizza out the oven because it's looking done. And whilst I do that, check out my book and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.